Nicholas would.
You loved all your presents, didn't you, Carol?
I did.
Thanks, Carol.
Yes, many of us are excited about giving and receiving gifts this time of year, but what if the present you've received from someone is a bit of a turkey rather than a Christmas cracker?
Yeah, we're going to find out what your rights are about returning them. But first, Victoria Fritz has been looking in more detail at what happens when you want to return unwanted items back to the shop.
It all starts out with such good intentions and a lot of sticky tape. But if your best efforts fail to inspire this time round, you might be back in the shop much sooner than expected.
Armed with a proof of purchase like a receipt, most shops should give you your money back. Hi there, I bought a t-shirt for my husband for Christmas, but it's the wrong size. Here's my receipt.
Shops don't have to refund pristine presents, so be polite. And there's often a time limit to how long you can wait before returning goods.
That's great, thank you very much. Most stores show their returns policies at the till, but you'll also find them on your receipt. The shop reserves the right to change their sales policies over sales periods, but what they're not allowed to do is use restrictive statements. That's actually a criminal offence.
Policies vary from store to store, making it tricky for shoppers to know where they stand. Trading Standards Director Andy Foster has heard many a tall tale from customers.
Some classic fob-offs that we've heard about are, of course, it's not our problem as a shop, you need to speak to the manufacturer. Absolute nonsense. Your contract is with the place where you bought the goods from, so if you buy from a particular store, that's where you need to take the goods back to. It doesn't matter who makes the goods, your contract is with them. The other one, of course, is you've got no receipt, you've got no right to a refund. Again, nonsense if we're talking about goods which are faulty. So if you've got goods that are faulty, you're entitled to them to be of satisfactory quality and last a reasonable length of time.
More people than ever shop online. So your legal rights have now been extended to cover both store and internet purchases.
They're both protected by the Sales of Goods Act. But if you buy online, you're also covered by, in Europe, by the distance selling regulations, which means that you have a 7-day cooling off period. But the goods must be durable, they must be fit for purpose, and if you're buying them online, you can change your mind within that 7-day period for any reason at all.
Santa may have been down on his luck, but you don't need to be left out of pocket. Victoria Fritz, BBC News.
So that's the situation about shop-bought gifts. But what if you made your purchases online, as many of us have this Christmas? Well, Patricia Davidson is an online shopping expert and is coming to help us. Thank you very much indeed. Lots of people sending in questions. I'll come to those in a minute. But broadly, that's the situation there we heard in shops. How does the general principle apply to online returns?
Yes, so you have the same, you have the same statutory rights in terms of returning goods. You also have the advantage of the 7-day cooling off period, which we just heard about. So that if you receive something and you want to send it back within that time, it's 7 days after you've received it, then you can. Now, if the retailer doesn't clearly state that it's 7 days in their terms and conditions, you actually have 3 months and 7 days. So before you buy something, you should always check the retailer's terms and conditions.
Okay, so that's one thing to look out for. Somebody, Vince in Somerset, says, can you please ask the expert whether you have to pay the postage on returning goods bought online? Because some of them might be quite big and bulky, might be quite a lot of postage.
If they're faulty, no, you don't. If you just feel like sending something back if you don't like it, then you frequently will have to. It very much depends, again, what your contract is with the retailer, which will be clearly set out in their terms and conditions.
So if it doesn't fit, for example?
You probably have to pay, but again, it depends where you bought it.
Right. So you've got, in a lot of this, you've got to have checked before,
yes.
haven't you?
Okay. And I wonder how many of us do that. I mean, a lot of people just click, yes, I've read the terms and conditions, and then they carry on with their buying, but they haven't really read the terms and conditions. It's quite a labour-intensive process, isn't
Well, it is.
Where do you think we are generally about buying online and our rights when it comes to returning stuff?
I don't think we care anything like enough attention, to be honest. I think very few people know what their statutory rights are. And if the retailer says something, they believe that that is fact and that is their contract, whereas nothing supersedes your statutory rights.
Well, it's the same concern on the high street. I mean, I wonder how many of us actually check the policy when we buy something in a shop.
Well, we don't.
Yeah.
Tell us also about lots of people buy on eBay as well, don't they? So what does that depend on the seller on eBay?
There are two sorts of buying on eBay. There's buying from a private seller where you have far fewer rights, and there's if you buy it now and you're buying from somebody who is quite big and reputable.
Yes.
But either way, you are covered by, to some extent, by eBay's buyer protection plan.
So if there's a problem, you can go back to them.
Yes, you can. Now, this started last year.
Right.
Yeah.
And somebody else texting in here this morning saying, what about a receipt if you bought something online? Do you have to have proof of purchase, or can you just send it back and say, I promise I bought it from you?
No, you have to have proof of purchase. It does not have to be the actual receipt.
Yes.
It can be your credit card statement or your bank statement. The problem will always occur if it's not the same amount.
Right.
So if it's one of many items and it's not itemised as
Yeah,
one of the items.
yeah, then you can have a problem. But if it's the same amount and it appears clearly on your bank statement, then
I thought Christmas shopping in the first place was tough. I didn't realise that returning it was going to be even harder. Patricia, thank you very much indeed. Thanks for that
It's a
advice.
pleasure.
And we'll talk more about this about 8:20 as well.
Yes, absolutely.